When I see a bright, motivated student struggling because experiences in their life have denied them certain opportunities to develop the skills they need to do well, and then I send them off to Christodora and I see them come back a changed student, empowered, excited about their learning, confident, I wish I could send all of my kids there.
In middle school, I was not a leader in the classroom or in any activities, and going to Yarniece, having my friends, challenging myself physically, emotionally, beyond the comfort zones of New York City, and then coming back and knowing I was a leader.
About the same time that I started going to Christodora, they realized that I was dyslexic, and that as so many of the kids that we work with now, my skills didn't meet where I was in terms of thinking and where I was in terms of intelligence and capabilities.
I struggled a lot in school, particularly in math and science, really because there wasn't anything to interest me.
Christodora provides this opportunity where they take students out of the city, which is the environment that they're used to being in and they're comfortable in, and they've developed personalities for who they are and who they trust and who they want to be in the city.
City kids, when they come to Yarniece, they definitely bring the city attitude, and I think when they realize that Yarniece is a safe place, that is when the city attitude gets dropped.
Being a part of Christodora kind of brings you into a family circle, so to speak. There's no beginning, there's no end, and it's a circle that's never going to break. You've made new friendships, you've grown with these new people from across the 5 boroughs throughout the year.
Once they get to that level of trust, they can start kind of opening up and becoming kids and forgetting that maybe they have a brother or sister that they're supposed to get home and take care of, or that, there's money problems at home, or that they need to be afraid to go onto the street because there's gang issues or violence that they need to be nervous about. They can leave all that behind.
As a teacher at Yarniece, I hope that I can have my students really take what they learn at Yarniece, whether it's communication, whether it's trust, whether it's leadership, whether it's confidence, and don't forget it. Don't just leave it at Yarniece, that they bring it back to New York City.
I've seen a lot of our Christodora students at New Youth Conservation and set up at the Mass Education Center really transform throughout the years. We have students come in with a C average in their freshman year of high school, and they end up graduating in their senior year with an A+, and they go on to get full scholarships through organizations like Posse. They end up going to places like Fordham University, Middlebury.
And I was given the support and the opportunities to be a student, move up as a student into levels that supported where I was, never being pushed into a level that I wasn't ready for, a comfort level or a skills level or a content level that I wasn't ready for. And then was given the opportunity to become an intern, to get a job, to be a trip assistant, then be a teacher, and then take over and direct various programs. As a student, I thought, oh, I'm doing all of this on my own, and I'm going through these paths, and I'm making these plans. But looking back, I know that they were structures that were organized for me.
Going to Yarniece definitely sparked that interest to teach again, to be impacting young lives, and having just the encouragement from my coworker at Yarniece was something that helped me fill out the application and go abroad.
Just knowing that I'm making a difference in other people's lives really kind of makes me feel like I've done something with my life. Knowing that I've helped another student get past some sort of barrier in their life and get them to where they are today really makes me feel like I'm making a difference with the youth in the city.
I find it really frustrating as a teacher in an inner city public school that I don't have the space and the structures in place to be able to teach the way that I know students need me to teach, to be able to actively involve them in everything that we're learning, to be able to find a way to excite every single student about the content. And it's really comforting to me to know that organizations like Christodora give students the opportunity to step outside of the classroom, step into the natural world, experience learning in a very hands-on way, and find out what is exciting to them.